When it gets right down to it, the local church is where the action is. If it's not happening in the local congregation, then I really don't think there's much value in a seminary at all. And so for the last 30 years, I've spent my life and energy and focus on equipping the saints for the work of ministry in the local church. If I didn't believe Wesley Seminary was at that point, I probably wouldn't be here. I'm a real believer in what we're doing here at the seminary to equip men and women to actually work in the church and be effective in the local church. Built into the very curriculum of Wesley Seminary is this practical application aspect of training. It's not a separation of intellectual and theological, and then, oh yes, we'll get into the practical later. But every class in the Masters of Divinity program is a class that has built into actually every course and every week is part of the question, how do we take what we're learning and apply it in our situation? From the very outset, the practicality of the learning process at Wesley Seminary has been top drawer in terms of priority. It boils down to how useful is what I'm learning. Over the last 20 or 30 years of my ministry career, I've had many pastors tell me, seminary was fine, but what I'm doing now is irrelevant to what I learned in seminary. And I have yet to hear a graduate of Wesley Seminary say that or anything like that. One of the common lines that I hear from graduates of Wesley Seminary is the fact that what they learned is what they're doing now. It's not removed from the learning and the doing process, as many schools have perhaps evolved into. But from day one in our seminary here, we really make a priority of helping students apply what they're learning. So when they graduate at the end of their Master of Divinity program, it's not a big bump into the real world now, but it's just a smooth transition from what they have been learning and doing to doing it full time now in the service of Christ and the local congregation.